What's up everyone, it's me Charlie, and alright, right now the question on everyone's mind is, should we unlock for Sasquatch? Now, let's first take a look at the card itself, Sasquatch. Alright, cost 1 less for each card you played last turn. Now, obviously this card is tailor-made for zoo decks and bounce decks. Okay, so if you are a huge zoo fan, you are into bounce, you have to have this. You have to get this card. This card will raise the potency of zoo decks, bounce decks by an insane amount. Alright, because with bounce you could be playing, you could be playing 3 cards, 4 cards very consistently. Alright, on turn 4, 5, 6, or on turn 4 and 5. Alright, even turn 3. Alright, that means you could be getting a very cheap Sasquatch, a 310. Alright, and that's insane. That is insane. Alright. Now I want to talk about another 2 very obvious synergies, combos that Sasquatch will have. One is with Mysterio. Alright, you play Mysterio on turn 2. You essentially play 3 cards, you get a 310 Sasquatch, easy. Alright, so 310 is crazy. That's insane value. I do not have to elaborate. Alright, the other combo that I have in mind is that you could use Sasquatch to cheat out an early Scar, not an early, but to cheat out a cheap Scar as well. Alright, since Scar costs 2 less for every card that is 10 power. Alright, so you can cheat out Sasquatch early and then you can cheat out Scar. So that's insane value as well, and you are adding 21 power at a very cheap rate. Okay, so these are the obvious synergy that Sasquatch has as well. Now, but outside of bounce deck and zoo decks, Sasquatch is a little bit more iffy. Okay, I'm saying iffy in a sense, I'm not saying that he's bad. Okay, because at worst he's a 510 at worst. Okay, and quite possibly he could become a 410, which is fantastic value. Alright, I mean the other 410 cards, Crossbone, Card Obsidian, there are drawbacks to it. Now, but my issue is that in other decks, in other archetypes, alright, he could be replaceable. He will not be that critical. Alright, I mean, can you imagine him in a destroy deck? Probably not. Right? Probably not, because there are other things that you want to do. Alright, I mean, even if you in a destroy deck, even if you are able to play now as a 410, it's good value, but there are other things that you want to do. Okay, so Sasquatch in other archetypes would probably be a nice utility, a nice to have card, alright, but not necessarily crucial. So that's when the problem comes in. Alright, if you are not a bounce lover, if you are not a zoo lover, the value of this week's spotlight is very questionable. The second card is Ravonna Renslayer. Right, Ravonna Renslayer is a fantastic card. If you were to ask me, I would say that she's low-key one of the best Series 4 cards. Alright, but here's the problem, she is a Series 4, which means you can pick her up using 3000 tokens. Alright, and it brings the question, is 1 key only worth 3000 tokens? I think most people say no. Alright, and so that's when the dilemma starts. And to make things worse, your third card is Havoc. Oh my god, it is Havoc, right? And I believe even the most fervent Havoc lover cannot argue that Havoc is a good card. Havoc is at best, alright? Keyword emphasized, at best, an average card. That is what Havoc is. Alright, Havoc is a very fun card. I mean, it's really fun when you play him and all that and you win, but he is not a card that will he's not a good card. He is not a good card. Alright, so yeah, it is what it is, and that brings us to a very questionable overall value. Alright, if you were to spend 4 keys to get Sasquatch, Ravonna, Havoc and 1000 tokens, I don't think you will be happy. I really think you'll not be happy. You'll probably be upset. So for those who don't like playing bounce, don't like playing zoo, I would advise you to hold your horses. I'm also holding my horses, and let's see, what are the possible combos that Sasquatch really have. Alright, and if he really does prove to be much more potent and has much more usability, then by all means. But if you're a bounce fan, if you're a zoo fan, this card is a must-have for your decks. That's all for now. These are my early thoughts about Sasquatch. If there are any changes, if you are due for an update, I would. Till then, see you.